Hadouken!
Hey, this is Mike from Junkion Crafts and Builds, and today we're going to be looking at Jada Toys Street Fighter II, the Final Challengers, RYU. T-Man978, I got to thank you for helping me acquire this figure. He found it on one of his infamous toy hunts within the area here. So again, thank you very much. Looking at the box, we see he has this packaging that reminds you of the arcade game, Street Fighter II, RYU across the bottom. Window package showing on the side. We have this really cool art. On the back, we have the other two figures in this wave that are going to be available at some point. And there's the other side of the box. So let's just get him out of the box. Now that I have RYU out of the box, let's talk about him a little bit. And first thing we're going to do is look at his accessories. So out of the box, he comes with a pair of fist hands, but he also comes with a pair of action hosing hands. So I have one of each on the body, but each one of these, the paint on this is really nice. Has a little bit of texture on the grips here, or the guards around his hands. So again, really nicely done. And there's the fist hand. We'll get a little closer look at it. Not only does he come with a stoic face, but he also comes with an angry face, which is right here. And again, I say angry, it's more like an action posing face. He's in the middle of a fight. You get the drift. Again, it's another really good sculpt. If we look at the stoic head a little bit closer here, you see like the detail on his face is really nicely done. The paint application on the headband, the eyes, the face, all top notch. This bandana tassels in the back are a soft plastic and are part of the top piece of his hair here. Nicely done. Final effect we get is this action piece, which is on a modular hinge stand, and it is his Hadouken, if I'm saying that correctly. His special fighting action. Again, this is nice. It's a softer plastic here on the edges, but overall, it's really nice. Got a decent heft, and as you can see here, they actually have hands inside the effect piece to simulate how he would be projecting this ball of energy away from his body. It's got a hole in the bottom, peg, hole, and it stands. So that's what we have for accessories. Now, getting a closer look at the figure, I can definitely see why this guy has been so hard to find at Target, because if you do find him and you pick him up, you're not going to want to put him down. Again, like I said, the sculpted work on the face and the body itself is really nice. It has a little subtle shading here on the body wherever the muscles are, and that kind of differentiates the mold, so that's really good. The soft gi, which is removable, I'll show that here in a little bit, has a nice texture along the top part, and it actually matches the texture of the legs down here, so it's one cohesive look, which is fantastic. The red on the hands matches their bracers to help. So yeah, like I said, the gi comes off, so you just unplug it from this part here, and then unplug it from there. This belt is a separate piece, and then all you got to do is remove this, slide this back along his arms, his shoulders, and here's where you really get to see a lot of this beautiful work on this guy. So his body sculpt is just phenomenal. Like I said, that subtle shading of the skin tone along his body. This diaper piece is a soft plastic. Really nice. Articulation, like I said, his head does come off, and it's a double ball peg with the lower part of the neck and the upper part of the neck, and there's actually plenty of movement here in this upper ball peg area, so you can get a lot of range for this guy, which is fantastic compared to some other action figures lines that we've seen and held. His shoulders, we have this really good butterfly. Comes across. Arms. Now mine's just a little tight because, like I said, I barely got him out. So it's a little tight on mine, but I was able to get him to strike a T-pose. He's got bicep rotation and upper shoulder rotation. So he can go in really far with that butterfly joint and get a good across the face pose. So there's that. Like I said, it's a little tight right now. I say the bicep rotation. We have another tight joint, but I have double jointed elbows, which gets you up about that far. We have pegs for the hands that allow you to rotate, and there's a hinge, horizontal hinge for in and out motion, and that is for the fist hand as well. We have a diaphragm ball peg up top here, and a swivel, and another ball peg down here, so you can get a really decent bend forward and a super deep bend back. So like I said, the diaper here is a soft plastic, and that allows you to get the legs to go into a full split. He can kick up that far, and if you push the diaper, he can get even higher. He has thigh rotation on both sides, obviously, and double jointed pinless knees as well. Nicely done. Can't quite kick his butt, but close enough. So with that, let's look at the bottom part of his legs, which is his ankles. We have ankle rotation, we have toe tilt up, and a toe tilt down, and we have a pivot. So a lot of articulation points on this guy to get a lot of really good poses. And for comparisons, here we have him with a variety of figures. Starting from the right, we have a Mezco 1989 Batman with a custom cape from Dark Father Customs. Then we have an Action Force Republic Guard. And finally, we have Indiana Jones from the Temple of Doom. So he fits right along with the rest of your figures. So final impressions of the Jada Toys Street Fighter II RYU. I really like him. I'm not a huge fan of the Street Fighter genre or anything like that, but just the articulation and the sculpt work on this figure makes it a win for me. I mean, everything is spot on. The accessories are complementary to the figure. The soft plastic for the gi is real easy to pull off and on. This guy doesn't really have anything bad going against him. Mine's a little tight at the joints, but that's okay in my book. He and Fei Long are still pretty hard to find at Target. Chun-Li is supposed to be coming out sometime this fall, and that'll be the end of Wave 1. I'm curious to see what the next wave of figures will be. I'm not sure if I'm all in on this line or not, but if I just stopped at RYU, I'd be really happy. So good luck finding them. I know you can still pre-order them at most of the other online realtors within here in the US. Thanks again for watching as always. If you want to hear a lot of commentary and joking around and stuff, come hang out with us every Thursday at 9 p.m. for the Figure Action Podcast. I'll put the link to the channel up here on the right. So hit the subscribe button, hit your notification bells, and you'll know when I have new content up here for you to look at. Again, thank you so much. I truly appreciate every one of you guys that have subscribed and watched the videos up to this point. It really helps out a lot. So until then, I'll see you soon.